So the All-Star game is scheduled for Salt Lake City this Sunday. The weekend starts today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I've got to say, I'm usually very excited for the All-Star break. One, for myself, and two, I like the festivities. And it seems this year that it's just, call me someone who's not a huge fan of Utah, but I'm just kind of meh on it. Had the opportunity to go, stay for free, and I said, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to stay home. The weather in Utah isn't the only thing that's keeping me from going, but I think a lot of it does have to do with the fact that it's being held in Salt Lake City, the Mormon capital of the world. I don't even know if I can get a chai latte there. Also, it's the week after the Super Bowl this time, so let's be honest, I'm kind of tired. And I think we need a full week in between Super Bowl and All-Star like they did it in the good old days. The timing this year, to me, is slightly off. It's a little quick. To just jump right into All-Star break as soon as the Super Bowl is over is just a little too much for me, particularly. And I don't want to be a downer about it. And I don't want to just hate on it because I love the NBA. But the final straw for me, this was it. Because I had one thing and one thing alone I was excited for. And that was T-Mac, baby T-Mac himself, Shaedon Sharpe, participating in the dunk contest. And you know what? I was juiced. I was singing it from the rooftops. Shaedon, Shaedon, little baby Kobe, little baby T-Mac, gonna go out and rip everybody's throats out. And you know what? All of a sudden, he just decides, for no good reason, he said it had something to do with integrity and commitment to his team now that he's getting more minutes because Josh Hart got traded or something. He said he's pulling out for team commitment reasons. What the fuck does that mean? Everybody's got a commitment to their team. You're in 13th. Wait, let's look. Let's look really fast. NBA standings. I can't even look. It's so gross on a day-to-day basis. Sir, you're in 12th place in the West. You should be in the dunk contest. Do you remember when Anthony Simons was in the dunk contest and won it? Wasn't that last year? Again, another tanking team. Do you think you guys are coming out of the doldrums to some sort of semblance of a playing team? Get out of here. I'm sorry. And then that might actually be the nail in the coffin for it as a whole because you know who they brought in for Shaedon Sharpe? No shade to him. Good kid. Mac McClung. Get this shit out of here, man. Mac McClung's like, what, 6'1"? He's a high flyer. The Philadelphia 76ers brought him up from the G League just so he could wear a 76ers jersey. What are we doing? What are we doing? Now there's chatter. We talked about it on my social. Why don't we just stop this noise? Why don't we just bring professional dunkers in and see what they can do? These guys they're not committed to the grind of the dunk contest. No. They just happen to be good at it. Ja just happens to be good. Edwards just happens to be good. Shaedon just happens to be good. They're not like everybody loves Chris on TikTok who can do every dunk underneath the sun on every surface underneath the sun. Bring him in. Bring his homies in. Anyway, Dunkademics has a whole account full of dudes you could just pick out, give $1 million prize to whoever wins the dunk contest, and make it a thing. Anyway, 3-point contest, however, might be lit this year. Look at the lineup. Tyrese Halliburton, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Kevin Huerter, Dame Time, Lauri Markkanen, Julius Randle, and Jason Tatum. The only thing missing is Karl Anthony Towns, but he's hurt as usual, and Stephen Clay. I have a ton of love for Damian Lillard here, but I think these young guns are going to want to put on a show. Does anybody love to shoot at volume more than Buddy Hield? No, I don't think anybody does. That's why he has the shortest odds to win the whole damn thing at plus 425. Buddy Hield is going to shoot and shoot some more. He is a great catch and shoot shooter. And you got Kings getting Kayvon Huerter, Red Velvet in there. Probably the best part of All-Star Weekend right here is the 3-point contest, and it takes about 40 minutes. As for the game itself, I have some thoughts. I think there are going to be players who are in very separate camps. You've got one camp, which is, I am here at the All-Star break, and it is an incredible accolade, but I have no interest in actually putting any effort thus forth into the game itself. I am here to party and bullshit and party and bullshit. There's a lot of those, right? And then there are guys who say, I do not care. I want to win. Anything I'm at, I'm going to put my full effort in. I'm going to play like this is a playoff game. I am not trying to get embarrassed out here. So who are the players most likely to mail it in during the All-Star game? Well, number one culprit on this list, very, very specifically, big culprit, like hasn't even hit it in any way, Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic wants nothing to do with the All-Star game. He plays almost no minutes. He's averaging 6.8 points per game in his 4 All-Star appearances. If you can get player props on Nikola Jokic, I would hammer the under. He is not doing a goddamn thing. He's eating, and he's drinking, and he's kicking it. He's already said that. Listen, I don't have any business doing anything. Plus, he's a big. We're going to get a lot of players who are guards trying to get their shine. Number 2, let's be honest. I hate to say it. I really do, because I love him. But Ja Morant is coming to party. He's not coming to do anything else but to enjoy the festivities of the event. And now he's got his teammate there, Jaren Jackson, in his very first All-Star appearance. Did you see Ja's video from Instagram live last year? It was just tequila shot after tequila shot after tequila shot. I would be more inclined to bet that Ja Morant will get into a fight at All-Star Game than he will be the MVP of the All-Star Game. I know that one is much more likely than the other. He had 6 points in 18 minutes last year. So, yeah. Number 3, Luka. Luka's doing nothing. Luka, we already know what Luka wants to do when it's not time to play significant, serious basketball. He chills. He's going to tell whoever his coach is, hey, put me in for 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm just going to chill. I got an ankle injury. Our team's not doing that great. I'm trying to participate with Kyrie. Me and Kyrie might have like a little 2-man game, but I'm out. Let him have the shine. He's there for the spectacle, not to put in buckets. Number 4, most likely to mail it in, and I'm fine with it, is Joel Embiid. I don't even think Joel Embiid's going to play. Why? He said, I haven't been healthy for 3 weeks. I've just been trying to get to the All-Star break and figure it out. He said he should have rested 2 weeks ago. He averages 22, 10, and 2 when he's not banged up. He is very banged up right now. On the flip side of the coin, there are going to be players who are tryhards. Absolutely try their very hardest to get a dub, to show out, to jack up threes, to dunk, all these things. Number 1, here's my top 5 players most likely to try their very hardest and to ball out in the All-Star game. Number 1, Giannis. Giannis loves the All-Star game. You bring Giannis's brothers there, you would think that would make him more likely to party and bullshit. No, it is him more likely to show out for his family because that is who Giannis is. He wants the ball in his hands at all times. He is going to shoot a million threes. He is going to dunk. He is going to block shots. He is going to be everywhere. He averages 29, 9, and 4 in the All-Star game. That is ridiculous. He is your MVP frontrunner, for sure. Number 2, and this is all predicated on who's getting minutes. If Ant Edwards gets minutes, he's dunking on people's faces all day long. He is going to do whatever he can to show out. He is going to try to block shots, steal, get out into transition. He didn't think he was playing well enough to make the All-Star team, so he is going to show the voters why they made the right decision to let him in as an injury replacement. Number 3, Dame Lillard. Number 3 is Dame Lillard. He is another frontrunner for All-Star MVP. No Steph to stop him from shooting from 30 every single time. If he plays on the same team as LeBron, LeBron's going to pass to Dame all day, every day, because you know what time it is. He had 32 the last time that he played in 21. Shea, another likely candidate to ball out. This is a guy who does not get enough shine. If he gets the minutes, he is going to want to show out. I don't think he's got any other gear than to ball the fuck out. I just don't. He drives like 30 times a game. You think he's going to stop doing that in the All-Star game? I do not. Number 5, most likely to ball out and to try hard in the All-Star game, De'Aaron Fox. He operates at Mach 10 at all times. He is a Sacramento King. He is doing this for the Beam team. How long is the fan base gone without seeing a Sacramento King in the All-Star game? He's young. He's fresh off of having a baby. That fatherhood juice is running through his veins. I would pick Sabonis to ball out, but he has a hand injury. So number 1 on that Sacramento Kings team, he's going to show out for him and his teammate. And like last year, probably the most exciting thing about All-Star Weekend is the Rising Stars game. Unfortunately. Everything else is kind of meh. Players are going to be All-Stars soon, want to get some shine. They want to show the world, hey, I am good too. Here are the teams. There are 4 of them. There are Team Deron Williams. By the way, these team coaches, I don't even know how the NBA chose them. We got Deron Williams. We got Joakim Noah. We got Pau Gasol. And you might say, Team Jason, is that white chocolate? No, it's Jason Terry. Who chose these captains? Who? Why'd they do that? Anyway, I digress. So Deron Williams' team has Jalen Green, AJ Griffin, Bones Highland. Wow, this is a team full of chuckers. Walker Kessler, who I love. Trey Murphy, another chucker. Alperen Sengun, another chucker. Franz Wagner, another chucker. Wow. This should be a fun team to watch play offense, not defense. Joakim Noah's team. We got Jalen Duren, Josh Giddey, Quentin Grimes, Evan Mobley, Jabari Smith, Jeremy Sohan, and Jalen Williams. I think Joakim Noah got the best interesting team. He's got Josh Giddey, he's got Quentin Grimes, and the guards, along with Jalen Duren and Evan Mobley in the middle. This is the most okay, this is a real basketball team. This is a team you could actually see playing competitive hoops. You add in Jeremy Sohan, who's a defender and is shooting some better with his new one-handed situation. You got Jalen Williams with the E. This team should ball out. Pau Gasol, his team. Jose Alvarado, Paolo Banchero, Scotty Barnes, Jaden Ivey. Did he choose these? Benedict Mathurin, Keegan Murray, and Andrew Nembhard. Probably the most talented team out of all 4, by far. These guys, athletically in their own way, elite. Paolo, obviously a monster. Scotty Barnes can do a million things. Jose Alvarado is going to get under your skin and try very hard the entire time. He's going to go 100 miles a minute. Jaden Ivey, we already know what time it is with Jaden Ivey. He's just going to chuck and do these crazy jaw-like things. Benedict Mathurin, same deal. Keegan Murray's going to try to calm the team down. Right? Simmer them down, guys. We just play our defense, stay in ourselves. Keegan Murray is going to be the dad of the group. And then Andrew Nembhard, who knows why he's there? He's been okay, but I honestly don't know why he was chosen. No shade, but honestly, I don't know. And then Team Jason Terry, which is the G League team. Guys, I'm not even going to mention all of them because you don't know who they are. The top names, Scoot Henderson, Mac McClung, Kenny Lofton Jr., wild choice. Scottie Pippen Jr. Okay, just a very fascinating team of G League dudes who want to prove to the assembled lottery picks, Jose Alvarado not included, that they belong there. Scoot Henderson specifically wants to show he should be the number 1 overall pick. Yeah, this is the highlight of the All-Star Weekend. It's going to get chippy. It's going to get fun. We'll be back to recap the weekend's festivities, but the truth of the matter is I have never been more underwhelmed by an All-Star Weekend in my life. I might not even watch. If I didn't have to bet it, didn't have to work, there's nothing of value there that we can take. It's not like, oh, hey, you missed the All-Star game. You're not a real NBA person. That's just not true.